United States is trying to win wars without fighting them. And it truly needs to fight on multiple fronts. It needs to fight in Latin America, in Middle East, in Africa, because direct military conflict with China is not going to work. Direct military conflict with Russia hasn't, I mean, I kind of call it direct because, I mean, what are we talking about when we say the Ukrainian forces? I think that it's clear to everyone that it's the kind of the full might of the NATO is at this point behind Ukrainian forces. So when we talk about fighting against Russia, and more importantly, China, which is being considered a sort of peer competitor, there is actually not much that United States can do with regards to directly fighting China. I don't see, I mean, maybe I'm uneducated about that, but every day I see different things, different improvements in Chinese Navy, Chinese Air Force. Every day it becomes less of a possibility that United States would go to a full-on war with China. So what is the plan in order to curtail China? If you want to destroy China, if you want to fight China, my proposal would be, and we're not talking about ethics of things, please. I mean, I hope that your audience wouldn't get mad at me. But if I wanted to do that, my suggestion would be that you have to fight China in its sphere of influence, and you have to basically disrupt their supply chain. You have to remove their access to different minerals, different resources in different countries.
Yes.
And how do you do this? Well, by changing the regimes or governments that are sympathetic towards China. But you can't fight all these wars at the same time, right? And they really need to do that. They need to disrupt the supply chain of the energy, for example, the energy that China imports in order to tank their manufacturing, in the manufacturing sector in China, because, I mean, the sanctions didn't really work, did they? They actually had the opposite effect. People are now have more confidence in China, because if you go back and you compare the numbers of the tariffs that were imposed in China, China was able to negotiate. So that policy hasn't worked. What remains is that you have to prevent them getting, these different resources, because in terms of being resource rich, I'm well aware of the fact that China has like rare earth materials, minerals, and things of that nature. But overall, it's not a super rich country. They need to import minerals and resources in order to have that growth, and that's how you would fight fight China. But again, as I mentioned, you need to attack multiple countries in order to do so, and that's impossible. So you go and threaten people and deploy this madman doctrine in order to make everyone scared of you and your threats.